Good afternoon, everybody. V-Man Steve here once again. It is Tuesday, June the 24th, 2025. Here is an update on my General Electric Vortex desk fan here. Now, unfortunately, I wanted to do a tinker update on this, just as I did with the Lasco window fan. Unfortunately, things did not go according to plan because, unfortunately, I lost the videos that I had backed up. I was going to do like a part 2 and 3, so forth and so on. I don't know if I deleted them by accident as I was moving storage onto my computer, or if I was just making more storage on my computer and I accidentally deleted them and I missed the file. But that is okay. That is perfectly fine. However, I do have pics and photos and videos on the Facebook fans group, I Heart Fans. So go and check that out if you're interested in seeing the restoration of this thing. Anyway, this was another successful restoration here. You all remember in the last video that I did, the initial checkout, that the switch and the power cord to this was missing, and both of which have been replaced. Actually, I had seen photos of this same fan and it had that same switch, and it's just like a standard rotary cheap switch that I bought at my local hardware store. It worked just fine. New power cord. Same original head wire. Really didn't see much of any need to replace it. Oscillator works really good. However, I did not put fresh grease in the oscillating box. It looked like it really didn't look like that it really was not too long ago since this thing had already been serviced. And I found that out real quick as I was taking the fan apart to perform the restoration. This fan is in great shape now. I serviced and oiled the motor. Stator's in really good shape. You're going to see pictures of that on my post as well. This was actually very, very easy to do. The bearings it has these little bronze sleeve bearings, and they're screwed into place. They are just these little couplets that are just screwed onto the front there. I had no issues getting the blade off, and luckily, I know that I made it big with this one because this thing was in really good balance. I had no issues getting it off. And as I was cleaning it, I was very, very gentle upon not bending the blades because these things are very difficult to balance. So that's good news. Here is the guard. I polished that up, cleaned it off. This fan really wasn't that dirty. Probably the most dirtiest of the fan that it was actually the blades. So I just cleaned that up really nicely. The inside I cleaned up. The front cover there I was able to get off. However, I was not. It wasn't as easy to get the back off. So I just cleaned everything, blew it out with some electronic duster here. It was a little dirty in there, but it wasn't too bad. Both front and the back bearings have been cleaned and put fresh oil in them. There is the General Electric logo. I cleaned that up. That was really yellowed and just brown and really nasty looking. Maybe this thing was in a smoking environment. I don't know. I was very careful about polishing it up without damaging the paint or anything. Fan looks terrific now. There is the tag. If I can get this stupid thing to focus. General Electric. And I do believe that is the model number. And this is rated for 110, 120 volts, 60 cycles, A1, and this is USA made. Can't get any more USA made than that. Let's have a look at the back of the fan here. Alright, so there is the inside of the stator. It looks really, really clean now. I blew it out and it cleaned up really well. The stator is wrapped up with that felt. This is actually one of the very first fans that I have where the stator is made like that too, by the way. Hardware on this is flawless. Hard to even tell if it was ever replaced in its entire lifetime, but this whole fan this fan looked like it was very well cared for. It was not in a bad environment. Just typical signs of age and use of wear is about it. A few blemishes there. What more can you expect from a 70-year-old fan? So, this thing is very, very heavy too, by the way. It's probably maybe about a good 40 pounds. That thing is solid cast iron as well as the base. The blades are steel. Probably the only thing that's aluminum on this thing is probably the emblem. I do believe these date back to maybe the 40s or the 50s. I am not entirely sure. I have seen many of these on YouTube. I did not see too many of these General Electric fans growing up. I may have seen at least one or two here and there. Actually, I think I remember seeing a box fan, the metal-bladed box fan. It was that same shaded grayish green color as this at a flea market back in the early 2000s, I think. But as far as ever owning one, I don't think that anyone in my family had ever owned one. I don't recall ever seeing one in my grandparents' house or my parents' house. And I never started collecting them until I got that thing under there that I got for my birthday last year. So, this thing is a machine. It's built like a machine and it works like a machine. You just keep them clean, you keep them oiled, and you take care of them, and they last forever. Well, let's go ahead and fire this thing up, and we will see it run for the first time. Okay, now I have the fan plugged in, and this goes from low, medium to high. I'm going to start this off on the high speed first. Actually, you know what? Let's start it off on low. Okay. So it's working, and it's working really nice. Very quiet. And it sounds exactly. These do have awesome startup sounds, and almost has that same startup sound that I saw in other videos. Now it does take a while for it to kick up to its proper speed. Maybe you can tell, but this thing is perfectly balanced. Blades are in good alignment. Was very careful about not wrecking them as I was cleaning them, and putting it back on as I was putting it back together. Let's kick it up to the medium now. This thing is very, very powerful. Has a good volume of air flow to it. Okay, now let's turn it up to the high. Get out of the airstream. Very well balanced. Hardly no vibration whatsoever. And yes, the oscillator does work. Let's turn it off and let's check out the spin down. Spin down time is really good. It'll be after a little more use once it starts to wear in. Terrific fan. Really cool. Let's see if I can try to capture a startup sound on this thing. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Start it off on, let's get a startup sound on the high speed first. Medium. Now the low. Guess I'll go ahead and I'll show it running from the back while I'm at it. Alright. Well, I guess that pretty much does it for this one. This is definitely going to be getting some usage throughout the summer season. Really cool fan. Happy to have it. Not bad for the well over $40 that we produced for it. So, General Electric Vortex table fan. Really neat piece. And maybe this will be with me for quite a while. Well, there you have it, everybody. Well, I hope that you all have enjoyed the video of this. Go check this out. Go check out the post on iHeart Fans or Antique Fan Collectors Association. If need be, I'll put it in the subscription on whichever post I may put it on. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I will see you later.